How's it going, Dragon Ball Z fans? We are back once again with all 7 Dragon Balls gathered, and today we're going to be discussing and talking about a very interesting subject, which happens to be a what-if story involving our beloved Future Trunks character, that being, what if Future Trunks returned during the Majin Buu Saga? Now, keep in mind, this includes the entirety of the Majin Buu, Fusion, and Kid Buu Saga. We'll be discussing his influence upon his return with the Z Fighters, influence on his opponents, and possibly unlocking his full potential with the Kais. This is going to be an open discussion, so if anyone has their own ideals, theories, and opinions as to how Future Trunks' influence would affect the Majin Buu Saga, you can go on ahead and share it in the comments section below. Now, let's begin. Now, for starters, we know about the influence and effect Future Trunks had on the Z Fighters during the Cell Saga, helping guide them to become greater than how they once were, and surely his presence would have also affected his return during the Majin Buu Saga, for he would have been a helping hand in trying to stop Buu's revival. There are 2 scenarios that play into effect here. The first being, what if Future Trunks had arrived during the World Martial Arts Tournament when the Supreme Kai made his presence known? This surely would have been a helping hand towards, fighting off Babidi's men, Pui Pui, Yakan, and Deborah. Being that Future Trunks is the last remaining defender in his timeline, Trunks' battle with someone like Deborah would have ended off rather quickly, I believe. For Trunks is not one to play any games or toy around with his opponents, unlike Gohan, who pretty much was. This would have proved rather hopeless for Babidi, actually, to revive Majin Buu, due to the fact that Future Trunks would have easily have been strong enough during the 7-year time period to fully fight off and kill someone like Deborah. Now, the flow of time itself passes by differently in Trunks' world, which gives Trunks more of the advantage, I guess you could say, to gradually train and become stronger. If that were the case, Future Trunks would have proven to be the 3rd most powerful warrior amongst that group, given the fact that Gohan gradually has gotten weaker as Future Trunks has gradually gotten stronger, which ultimately means that Super Saiyan 2 Trunks would have exceeded Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, which would have allowed the Supreme Kai to view Trunks as a potential candidate at pulling the Z Sword as opposed to Gohan. But what if that wasn't the case? What if Trunks had arrived late during the battle between Majin Vegeta and Super Saiyan 2 Goku? With Majin Buu unleashed and Vegeta battling Goku, this would have forced Future Trunks to team up with both Gohan and the Supreme Kai to take on the newly revived Majin Buu, Deborah, and Babidi. It would have been obvious that neither Trunks or Gohan would have been a match for Majin Buu, which also would have led into the potential unlocking of both Gohan and Future Trunks after being saved by the Supreme Kai. Being that Trunks would be stronger than Gohan, that would have set Trunks up as a prime candidate at not only lifting the Z Sword, but having his inner powers unlocked as well. Now, let's say, if that were the case, I'm sure at this point we would have seen a totally different outcome, perhaps even joining Goku during his battle with Majin Buu as a Super Saiyan 3 as well. Having 2 Super Saiyan 3s, I believe, would have been more than enough to completely wipe out Majin Buu for good. Even if somehow Goku remained unconscious during his fight with Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 Trunks going up against Majin Buu would have proved completely different, as I believe Future Trunks would not waste any time in finishing off Buu for good. With his inner powers unlocked, Trunks would easily be the most powerful warrior within that story arc. If his unlocking were to take a tad bit longer, however, I do believe at some point, just like how we saw Goku and Vegeta fuse along with Goten and Trunks, I believe there could have been a possible fusion between Gohan and Future Trunks as well to go up against Super Buu. Given the circumstances, if Super Buu were to absorb Gotenks and Piccolo, it would have made for a very epic battle between Super Buu, Gotenks absorbed, and the fusion of Future Trunks and Gohan. Depending on which kind of fusion Gohan and Trunks perform, if Vegeta were fully absorbed as well somehow by Super Buu, it would have affected the entire story arc, as this would have led Gohan and Future Trunks to possibly use the Potara fusion as well. If they, however, were to be absorbed during this fusion as well, it would have also have proven much more difficult for Vegito to combat this newly, formed Majin with both, Future Trunks, Gotenks, Piccolo, and Future Gohan within his body as well. It's even possible that the fusion outcome between both Gohan and Trunks would have been even stronger than Vegito, but then again, we never really saw Vegito fight at his fullest, nor do we ever know what a possible fusion like this could turn out to be. But either way, I mean, that's up in the air as of this point. But I mean, every single variable may play into a factor here. Now, if somehow Buu reverted back into his original kid form, with the bodies of the fighters pulled from, Buu's pods inside of his head, having someone like Kid Buu go up against Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, and Gohan would have been rather pointless. I mean, for his destruction would have been imminent either way. However, unless they were to make Kid Buu out to be a lot stronger than how he originally was, the outcome of this battle with anyone would have been, you know, very timely in and of itself. If certain characters needed to be left behind, for example, during Planet Earth's destruction, the battle could have been very different, you know, than what we saw with, you know, both Goku and Vegeta team up. However, instead of having that, we could have had either Super Saiyan 3 Trunks battle Kid Buu with Vegeta's help while Goku and Gohan died on Earth, or we could have had Goku team up with future Trunks to battle Kid Buu while Vegeta and Gohan died on Earth. Either way, each scenario would have had a different outcome than the rest. If you actually piece together certain things, you know, I believe that whatever character would be left behind during Buu's destruction would have been, you know, ultimately different than what we saw with Goku and Vegeta. Now, it's no question that as of this point, if future Trunks were to have any sort of involvement during the Buu Saga, it would have caused the Buu Saga to end off relatively faster than how it originally did with his presence being there. Now, it also would have been great to see Kid Trunks and future Trunks interact with one another due to the fact that both characters, although the same, have very different personalities. Maybe this would have caused little Trunks to pretty much take matters more serious after hearing about the future and you know, how future Trunks had his entire life snuffed out by androids and, you know, future enemies. It also would have been great to see future Trunks train with someone like Gohan in the hyperbolic time chamber, for they would have had an extreme chemistry with one another, given the fact that, you know, both of them would have emerged significantly stronger than how they were before. But if we go back to, you know, having Vegeta give his life during the battle with Fat Buu, and Goku returning to Otherworld without having the Elder Kai give his life back to bring Goku back, this would have meant that the Suns are now the protectors of Earth. For Trunks, Goten, Gohan, and future Trunks would have to push each other to become the strongest they can possibly be, which ultimately means that, you know, death fighters like Vegeta wouldn't have been added if future Trunks and Gohan were to defeat Fat Buu before Evil Buu had arrived to absorb him. Again, there are so many questions that would come into play once Trunks has made his presence known during the Majin Buu Saga. Would Ultimate Trunks be more powerful than Ultimate Gohan? Would Super Saiyan 3 Trunks be equal to Super Saiyan 3 Goku? How powerful would Trunks and Gohan's fusion be compared to Goku and Vegeta? Would Trunks have been able to master the Z-Sword? Could Trunks have been able to defeat Kid Buu on his own? So many variables that play into this. One thing that is to note is the fact that he is able to turn Super Saiyan 3 within the Dragon Ball Heroes franchise, as we saw him combat Majin Buu. I mean, it would have been very different if he were in the actual saga itself. He would have had a very prophetic impact, because we all know that future Trunks takes things very, very serious. But leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys, and your overall thoughts and opinions on future Trunks. How do you guys think future Trunks would have made an impact in Dragon Ball Z, specifically in the Majin Buu arc? Having him there during the Fusion Saga, the Kid Buu Saga, the Majin Buu Saga, the Babidi Saga. How do you guys think future Trunks would have went about things? Let me know in the comment section below. Again, guys, these were just my humble opinions on how I believe everything would have been executed if he were there. If you guys differ, let me know in the comment section below. Once again, guys, thank you all for watching. If you guys are Dragon Ball Z fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all the latest Dragon Ball Z news, information, updates, what if stories, what if battles, and predictions. If you guys enjoyed the episode, don't forget to smash that like button for all of Planet Vegeta. Stay tuned for more, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you Super Saiyan gods in the next episode. Take it easy, guys. Peace.